Hello, everyone. Welcome to McKinsey's YouTube channel. My name is Somil Agarwal. I am working as a growth partner for IDMX, which is a Gen AI-based master data governance tool. Today, I have the pleasure of company Mr. Anurag Vashni, Jen Chalani, and Manali and Gaurav, who are our experts into retail, and we are going to talk about the retail trends in North America. All right, so let's begin. One first question. So how e-commerce is affecting the retail industry in North America? Anurag, if you would like to share your opinion on that.
Sure. So e-commerce has evolved a lot since the age of our dot-com era. Now the companies after M&A, this has become even more complex because of the enterprise structure, the cross-pollination of channels. Earlier, the e-commerce and then retail stores used to be two areas for every retailer to operate in tandem. They used to have their own profit centers, their own team. But now there is a huge convergence of physical retail store with the e-commerce, and the boundaries have started evaporating. So I would say things are heading toward, we call it as a touchless commerce, which is just one commerce, whether e-commerce or retail. Then there are other technological impact which are coming in e-commerce because of the predictability, AI, behavioral science, and then targeted positioning of every product, as well as a lot of other analytics part which comes into the part. Third is social impact on the e-commerce, which is a huge. There are influencers which are impacting the social commerce. So I would say there is a huge transformative changes which are coming up in the in the e-commerce space.
All right. So, Jayant, would you like to answer what role does technology play in the current retail space in North America?
That's an interesting question because more and more retail is now, in and around technology per se. So you cannot take out technology from retail or retail out of the technology space in this industry. For example, now there are robots who are basically scanning the shelf for their empty life and then basically bringing in product from the back store and fulfilling and getting the stores or the shelves stacked up.
Wow.
Other good example that we have is where people are now using technology for anti-theft, identifying, and with the invention of or percolation of generative AI, it is basically helping retailers to address problems such as sweethearting, problems such as pick up in the store, shrinkages happening because of this theft. Another very good example is micro fulfillment, where it is impossible to enable buy online, ship from the store without the right use of technology and getting the last mile delivery right for every retail grocery convenience store. So as the trend has evolved, and I see this going forward, it is always going to be technology becoming integral part of the overall retail business model.
Okay. Yeah, that's interesting.
So there is a lot of exciting times ahead for technology in retail.
Absolutely. And Manali, would you like to answer according to your experience how are sustainability and ethical practices are influencing retail in North America?
I think she's not reachable, so probably I can backfill very quickly.
Sure.
I mean, sustainability is in the buzz, basically. Environment, sustainability, and governance. This is everywhere. There are private equity partners, investors, financiers even they are considering the companies who have invested into ESG practices. They are being awarded, appreciated. Customers are appreciating, but there are research when it's getting published at the internet where it says that even though people are valuing ESG practices, sustainability, they really rate and then respect the companies, but the trend for purchasing in respect to the sustainable products is really not vis-a-vis how they rate the companies. So there is a value, there is appreciation, there is investment financial rewards in for the companies. Long-term outlook is good, but short-term, the purchases, the sales is not directly connected. So youth is really not really caring too much as per the statistics available in the market, even though they value and respect the brands.
All right. Yeah, that helps. And just following up to that, how has COVID-19 impacted, the retail space in North America? That's a burning question. I believe everybody would like to get your insights on, since the, yeah.
No, it's a fantastic point. I think that's where we probably would be happy to talk about something from a McKinsey's point of view as well as industry point of view. And then if I talk about McKinsey, post-COVID, we made a huge transformative changes in the offering we are making to the retail world. We work with the retailers quite a bit. That's our DNA. From the beginning of the company, we had been working with the different retailers, whether hard goods, soft goods, grocery, or whatnot. And then what we are looking at, the companies are really, really investing very hard to automate their processes. They really want to be efficient wherever they can possibly be. If they can save the human efforts, they can automate, they can bring the intelligence, and then they can scale up the operations. So as part of their checklist, they have a different criteria. And then we are doing a lot of advisory work with them to look at that, hey, the process, is harmonized across different brands after M&A or without even M&A. They are trying to make it as a harmonized, consistent, accuracy. And then for accuracy, we are even analyzing their master data, helping that to be accurate. And then scalability, whether its process is scalable or not. And then other rewards that, hey, this process can create the alerts and monitoring, and then reduce the human dependency, bring the intelligence factor into the part. So these are some of the big things I can think of which are coming into the retail processes per se. This is a post-COVID syndrome. And then Jayant, if you have some thoughts, please feel free to share. But I think
I think it's a fast forward for the entire retail world. At the pace at which the change was happening in the retail, COVID just accelerated that entire change that could have happened over the next 10 years to happen in 18 to 20 months. What do I mean by that is this retail, buy online, pick up from the store, buy online, ship from the store, safe distance. All these technologies were evolving, but they were evolving at a far slower pace than they should have. What COVID did was it brought that, importance, that urgency into getting those things built and delivered. The other thing also that has happened in the retail world is emergence of e-commerce, and more shoppers are now comfortable in buying grocery items over internet. For example, Walmart Plus today is shipping a $7 worth of ticket price to your home within next 2 to 4 hours of time. Same thing with acquisition of Whole Foods by Amazon. They have been using these capabilities to deliver grocery on your doorstep within your house in the next 4 to 6 hours of time from where you order. So this has drastically changed how we shop, how do we visit the store, and for what purpose do we visit the store. So it is no more the customer experience just at the store, but how do you really bring that seamless experience across a mobile commerce e-commerce and the in-store facilities that the particular retailer provides.
Other one thing we just recollected while Jayant was mentioning, see, as we started moving toward convergence, right, the boundaries between the companies started evaporating, and then consolidation across companies, the supply chain network became more strong, more automated. Companies started going more and more for EDI adoption, automated transactions, as opposed to that. So that is also beyond. When I said automation, I said within the organization's boundary, but it has gone beyond organization's boundary. Whether it's a DTC, direct to consumer, whether it's a B2B operations and supply chain from the vendors across, that's where we are seeing lot many inquiries, lot many work, lot many POCs, proof of concept, proof of value, our SAP implementations, which are already there. These clients have started asking more and more these areas to automate, to integrate with their suppliers, to create a supplier portal. We created and evolved the entire automation of the supplier portal, wherein you can in fact publish your product even before you create an SAP, and then that's an idea sake, and then you can solicit the bids from the suppliers. They can code, they can upload their catalog, they can give the pricing, we can create the purchase order. Even before it has hit your core ERP, you have not yet fully decided about the product. You have ordered only the samples, so to speak, through the purchase order. But retailers want to do everything automatically. They really don't want to invest long decision making and long time to release into the market. So hence no longer supply chains. So that's where the convergence is helping. The shift has been dramatic post-COVID, and the transformation is much faster, as Jayant also mentioned. So with these things, I think there is an exciting time for companies like us, especially the technological advancements are humongous. And then we are proud of launching those generative AI, to even make it more icing on the cake, to how to make it more intuitive, easy, rather than looking at the reports in 20 dashboards. Can you look in one, right? And then anyone can do. You don't have to train someone to onboard for a couple of weeks or months before that person is productive. That person can be productive from the next day, right? Or maybe the same day. So it's good talk, good discussion. Enjoyed this conversation. Happy to be discussing retail for long. This is our DNA. But certainly I would like to appreciate people hearing and audience to really hear this conversation. I would like to close this today. If there is anything else for the closing remarks, please go ahead. Otherwise, thank you for the Q&A.
No, really, it was a great insight into your, through these questions. We could hear I'm sure this will be really helpful for the audience. And that's it from my end. Thank you so much, everyone.